destiny. The rise of your power and authority. This is the most massive event. It's absolutely massive. So massive that you can't even see it. We've been on the longest journey to greatness. And now it's time for every person to take their God-given power and authority and collapse the world. And this is so massive, but you won't even see it. That's how massive it is. And this is a very powerful lesson today. A lesson that has never been done before, because we're in a new era today. And you could write that in the comments. This is a new era. For your journey, you have been retrieving lost fractals of your soul. The journey of ascension is gaining and losing. The magnitude of this moment is losing, emptying out the vessel, getting to absolute zero. Because on your journey, many things occurred in your life. They were to protect you. They were to keep you separate from mainstream society. And because we went through this massive shift on this journey, we got to where we are now. And many experiences that you had, I had, we all had these experiences. These trauma blockages, they serve the purpose, but they do not serve a purpose for where we're headed in the rise of our power and authority. This is a very deep and very powerful message that will change your life. And we're doing it live. So I'm grateful if you click the like button so others will get this message today. You need to see things from a higher vantage point and what these things actually did to serve you on your journey. These things served us. They molded us. That's why God has given us the authority. Today, we activate our internal authority. And we don't bow down to the external authority. And by the end of this lesson, you will understand why the world collapses now. It's always watching, absolutely. Appreciate everyone that's in the live chat. For you to rise in power and your authority, you need to let go of all past trauma. Now, we have had experiences, and maybe in the now moment, you are actually releasing traumas that you maybe even had as a teenager. Or maybe some of them are you're carrying from your family lineage, encoded within the DNA. And these traumas, they protected us, they molded us, they strengthened us, but they must be released so that the king can rise, so that the queen can rise. It's a powerful shift. Over the course of many years, many people have been taking this journey, and you were retrieving lost fractals of your soul. Over the course of that time, you have been losing. But now you have to get down to the nitty-gritty. Now you have to squeeze every last drop out of it. So you have to lose these trauma blockages. So maybe things that, and the way that you move forward with it, this as the creator that you are, as the person that's here to build and support love in this world for other people. You could think back at the times and the experiences, because you actually have people that are soul mates in your life. And even if you go back and you have to understand that there are two levels to the reality. And you could see it that you actually are a person having this experience, and those things caused trauma in your life. But you also see it from your higher self perception, and you know that that was your protection. These are people that were playing roles in your life. But that season that actually kept you protected. They said, you can't go down that timeline. They said, you can't go down that timeline. You got to stay on this timeline. You got to stay away from all these things. And on my journey, and a lot of people that are tuned into this, you might have spent a lot of time, alone, separate from things. It's actually protection. And when you go back in time, you might have had, things that at face value. This is the quantum events I discuss. You say to yourself, you know what, this wasn't such a nice thing, but it was the greatest protection. And these were your brothers and sisters actually protecting you. And now, those experiences, and these were traumas, we have to let them go, because now it's time for the kings and the queens of the earth to rise. I just nailed it, Fit Brit. I love to nail it. I appreciate you. I appreciate everyone that's on live and watching the replay. This is a new era. Okay, it's a new era today. So we gain and we lose. That's the inhale and the exhale of our journey. We inhale and we have to exhale as well. We have to take in the new, but we also have to drop the old. Why? Because the self-concept that you had, you developed it over your experiences of your life. It no longer fits. There are things, and we hold them in the subconscious. And we held a lot of things in the subconscious, and they've been continuously moving forward with our life. And you develop this self-concept, and then you wake up one day and you say, I'm the king, I'm the queen. And then you realize this concept no longer fits. And that's why this is the most massive event that you cannot even see, because it's the clearing, it's the removing of the subconscious programs that were holding you back. And now today we are released. It's powerful stuff today. Source Shield, thank you so much for the super chat. Cycle breakers and healers rise. Past trauma can be converted into progress and evolution. That's powerful. Powerful stuff here, powerful community. If you happen to be new to my content is designed to hit you in the subconscious. That's why this is the most powerful content on YouTube and Facebook and wherever you might find me. Because that subconscious is more powerful than the conscious. It's more powerful than the literal, the rational mind. Do you understand? Do you understand what we're putting out to the world today? You have to get to the place that is more important. The energy is more important than the physical. When you change the world, when the world collapses, it's more important. It's more important when it comes from the energetic, when it comes from the subconscious, when it comes from the nervous system reset that we're all going through. There's many people that are tuned into this today, or at any moment that you get this message, and you went through so much, and that was because the subconscious, it has to be cleared. The nervous system shaking. The nervous system has to be reset. All of these things are the invisible. The invisible forces of the reality are more important than the physical. This is an important moment in your history and the history of the collective. A lot of people were waiting for a new earth. They were waiting for the new earth. And I know there's a lot of people out there and they say, oh, a new earth's going to appear in the sky. Oh, look at that. No, it's not coming from that. It's coming from the collective. Multiple people broadcasting an energetic signature, and collectively we create the reality. That's why if you're on this message today, you're getting empowered. You got to realize your ownership for your everyday life and your participation. You are a beautiful, unique part of our collective that is now resetting the reality. And those that are able to focus their attention throughout this message, that's why there's a big differentiation in the society right now. It's so important for you to hold your attention. Squirrel. And that's how you build kingdoms. Robin, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm so grateful for the support, Robin. I love you. Appreciate it. What are the things that we have to focus on? Right now, it's judgment. Judgment for you, for me, for everyone. This is the fire. This is a year of fire. You have to realize this. You have to. You were tricked in your head. You were so afraid. You were so afraid as a boy, as a girl, of the days of the apocalypse. You were afraid in this inverted matrix that inverted the programs. And then you're going to wake up today, and you're going to see the archangel on your screen, and you're going to realize all this time that you were afraid of the apocalypse. We are the apocalypse, kid. Wake up. Do you get it? No, apocalypse means a great revealing. And who do you think is going to reveal the truth to the world? Who's going to do it? You are. I am. Do you get it? This is the apocalypse. And the apocalypse is now. And the revealing is now. But in order for us to rise in our power, in order for us to rise and answer to the internal authority, because it's the internal authority, not the false idols authority, right? The fire can be the Holy Spirit fire, or it could be the fire of hell. You will choose. Do you get it now? Is it the Holy Spirit fire, or is it the fire of hell? Because this fire is here. And in this lesson, as we continue moving forward, I'm going to give you everything that you need, because it cannot be ignored. It cannot be swept under the rug. That's the whole point. It's the deep, whatever resides in that subconscious. You got it. You can't be afraid. You got to cleanse it. You got to clear it. And when you drop the baggage, when you drop it all, then when you hit 0 point, you are able to go on this ascension process. 2482 Sheb. I'm so grateful for the super chat. I love you. The Most High. I love you. Thank you for that. The Most High, the truth. The Truth Above All is a podcast I did recently. The truth above all. There is no turning back from the 0 point. This fire, the fire is the fire. And when I present things that, you know what, maybe nobody else, and that's the point, right? I'm presenting things. We all do something in the world. It's not about one person. It's about we, the people. And everyone, thousands of people are going to write it in the comments today. We, the people. And I went on a journey, and I have the skills, the unique experience, and I present and I tackle the things that God has tasked me to. And you, someone that's tuned in, right? You're tuned in. You're motivated, right? You're feeling the Holy Spirit fire. You're not suffering in the fires of hell. Do you get the difference? So as I'm presenting something that maybe no one else in the world has presented to the people, you, the person that's getting this message, now you are going to go out and you're going to present something, and I'm going to hear it. I'm going to say, wow, wow. And this is how we come together. In this new era, we have to have everyone coming together. And simply the ones that want to separate, that's cool. Again, it's not about sides. Things will just fall off and turn to dust off the timeline, because ascension is up. It's not left or right. It's not polarity. It's up, up and away. Up, up and away in my beautiful... Okay, that's enough. No, it's up, up and away. And all the times on your journey, you know, some of these things you had to fight through. It toughened you up. You had to forge new armor. I did that video. The new full armor of God. The new full armor of God. This is how strong we have to be right now. With the internal authority. With our God-given power. And nothing outside. Nothing outside. All inside. Today is the day. This is the moment. Now, if you allow conditions, you have to allow, right? The conditions are here, and you choose. This window, this year, you know what this year is. You choose. This is all the conditions. Well, what are the conditions, Uncle Mike? Oh, I'll tell you, Light Warriors. Well, if you think in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, we have a convergence of all energies all at once, and there's no denying it. We have the most powerful and most frequent solar flares in recent recorded history. while we have these Schumann resonance spikes and all of these celestial events in the sky. Wake up. So now we have the conditions. Now the rest is up to you. This is like a portal or a window, an opportunity. You will choose to walk through it. You will choose. You will choose to say, this is the Holy Spirit fire. It's blazing, light warriors. Or, oh, it's the fires of hell. It's the hell fire and brimstone. Oh my God, here it comes, right? You got to get rid of that. You got to get rid of people, things, and situations that do the hell fire and brimstone. And you got to say, I am the apocalypse. I am the Holy Spirit fire. And you just eviscerate everything. And it just goes to 0 point. This is the power that we're in right now. This is the internal authority right now, not tomorrow, now. Apollo Creed was right. There is no tomorrow. No, this is the Holy Spirit fire. So you have to allow this. You have to allow the spiritual alchemy to take place. Some people will prevent it. It's not my problem. It's not your problem. Everyone has their own. There's billions of people here. I guess, right? Are we here? I'm not even here, right? No, there's billions of people in their own universe, in their own reality. And it's you and only your responsibility. And what you need to do right now with the full armor of God, as the Holy Spirit fire is erratic, you are not taking on someone else's reality. You are not living somebody else's life. You are living your everyday life. And let the archangel remind you, because that's all I could do. I could remind you, but you have to choose to walk through this moment in history. You have to choose to walk. You're gonna go right through it. You're gonna go right through it swimmingly. You're gonna flow right through it. This is the power right now. And it comes from one word. It comes from embodiment. I am. It comes from embodiment. And that's why the emptying out, the losing, the dropping of density is just as important. Listen carefully to the message. This is a powerful moment. This is a powerful shift. And a lot of this shift is losing and emptying, which is just as important as gaining. Do you get it? The inhale, the exhale, the balance of life. You need balance in your life. Why is this so important right now? Because you will never move forward if you don't go through this. Well, why is that, Uncle Mike? Well, I'll tell you, Light Warrior. Because if you did not drop those traumas from your past, the densities, you are actually through this body, through this vessel, the spirit, that the essence that is broadcasting the signature, you're actually broadcasting two frequencies. Quantum wave mechanics. Quantum wave mechanics. You can no longer broadcast two frequencies. What is your self-concept? This is the magnitude. This message is for the enlightened man and woman. Some people are waiting for physical things. Oh my God, the physical things, the physical attributes. But sometimes in life, it's the invisible that's so important. And upon the moment, you could have epiphanies. You could gain your energy back. But sometimes we also have to lose. We have to lose, and that's what this energy right now is representing. We have to drop and things, whether it came up already or whether it's coming up for you, because all of our journeys are not exactly the same. There's going to be a release of something from your past. We all had to have it. Because those events, those experiences kept us away from the matrix, kept us away from the mainstream life. And you might have went through pain, and you might have had trauma. It was important, and it's actually a blessing. However, we have to we could say thank you for the protection. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I appreciate it, but it has to go now. Because now, and this is the judgment. You were doing things. I've shared this phrase many times. You were succeeding. You were moving forward in spite of. Very powerful. When you do things in spite of, and you were carrying all that weight and baggage. Now we have to get rid of it. You know, I've shared with the community when I train in the gym, if I'm doing pull-ups, I wear a weighted vest. And I'm adding weight. Say, oh, it's going to make it harder for you to do the pull-up, but it made the muscles bigger. So now we have to work on our spiritual muscles. Now we got to work on our spiritual muscles, right? So over the past few years, and maybe for you had certain things that happened when you were a teenager or a child, and it kept you a certain way. But now that experience is over. And I could reflect on my life. And I could sit here in front of however many thousands upon thousands of people that are watching this. I could say I'm grateful. I'm grateful for the people that carried it out for me. And I could sit here and I could say, and I know that they're my family, right? And some of these things that happened when we were a teenager or younger, you know, the purpose was actually your protection, and you were protected. Because if things, you know, you said, that system, you would have went into these systems or situations that weren't authentic. Now, as we're going through this big clearing, as the fire is cleansing everything's being cleansed, and it's a good thing. It's your perception. Are you moving closer to spirit, or are you moving closer to ego? So you're going to view this moment in history as the history of humanity right now. You're going to view it and you're going to say, this is the Holy Spirit that activated me, or this is the fires of hell. Which fire is it for you? Why don't you write it in the comments today? Because the Holy Spirit fire, it's blazing, light warriors. It's blazing. Yeah. So again, certain things in our life, we all go through pains, we go through trials and tribulations, but this got us to where we are. We wouldn't have been here. And if you really sit back and you critique your everyday life, and you could say, you know what, I wouldn't have been, I would have went down another path. And I could see this over the course of my life. Self-reflection is very important. All right. If you're new, you could click subscribe to this channel, and I'm going to be teaching you all about this journey. Then I could sit here in authenticity and I could say, you know what, I didn't like this when I was a teenager. I didn't like this when I was 25 and this happened. I didn't like this, right? Maybe something that happened when you were younger, right? And then we carried it, but then you could go back and you could say, you know what, but that prevented me from going down that timeline. Don't go down there. It's dark. That's Bugs Bunny. Yeah. No, you didn't want to go down there. You would have went down there. It was actually protection. These events, people, situations, they actually protected you. And it served a purpose. It did. It really did. But upon this moment, upon this time, in this year, this is the new beginning. A new era is beginning right now as I'm speaking it into existence. You must drop these things. They don't serve you anymore. The self-concept. What's the self-concept? The story that's running in the background. This is how it always is for me. You went through it, yes. And it served the purpose and it protected you. But now the earth is different. Now everything has changed now. So now you're free. You're free. We're free. We're free to go. You're free to go, right? How does that make you feel? Oh, you're free. Oh, I'm free to go now. And a lot of things are when you see the reality come alive and all these things, and you know, it's to remind you, and then because we forget about them. But just because we forget about it, listen carefully to the message. But just because we consciously forget about it, it doesn't mean that it's not still there in the subconscious. And it has to be dropped. It has to be dropped so you could have your abundance. It has to be dropped so you could have your true, authentic love. It must be dropped because you're holding that signature in the field that's broadcasting outward. Now we look at the collective. Now there's a collective amount of people that are now, that you, by doing this, you are actually playing it. All you have to do is exist. One of my original videos, are you a light worker? How you doing, right? Simply by doing this inner work, this healing, this shift, the dropping of these things, now you change your broadcast signature, and now we reached critical mass. The entire world collapses. The entire world collapse. Well, that seems kind of scary, Uncle Mike. Oh, don't worry about it, Light Warriors, because it's not even real. It's not even real. Did you watch my video? None of this is real. Tremendous, because it is the broadcast of the majority of the collective. You all had this frequency. You were all broadcasting it. A lot of shifts that we went through, you had to clear it up because we had traumas. They increased in a post-2020 world. You have to be strong. You have to move forward now with the full armor of God. You are rising in power every second as I'm speaking right now. And you are the authority. It is the internal authority. It's not the external authority. And that's how the world collapses. Embodiment above all. You have to have the embodiment of it, and everything else follows that. What does that mean? Everything follows the frequency shift. You tuned into a new station. You tuned into a new reality. And now the actual world actually collapses. It's happening now. And we might see physical things kind of spooky right now, right? A little spooky going on. Spooky, spooky. Ooh. But they have to play out this way. The movie that we're watching, the screen, the ether, all this stuff. What is real is on the inside. So your vessel has to be emptied out to 0 point. Certain things you might experience, a lot of traumas, things that are coming up. I can't express this so strongly. Some people, they fall into spiritual derangement syndrome, and they neglect the body. First of all, you need to love your body. Your body is the vessel that you will operate. You're actually here in this reality. We're playing this video game, if we will, and moving forward. And that's why I teach a lot of wellness on this channel. If you're new, you click subscribe. That body's got to be healed. One of the things that you might be experiencing right now is you actually might lose around your midsection. And this is in our nature. We hold a lot of water, and it's like trying to protect us. We're trying to protect ourselves from everything. If anyone agrees with this, or you want to write about it, right? Because a lot of people that are tuned in, you felt the traumas. You had these. You're always bracing. I'm bracing for impact. I'm bracing for the next thing. So that over the course of time, your body actually might put up this protective barrier in the physical symptoms of the body. You might actually have like water, or kind of trying to put that cushion around you. Constantly bracing for impact. We're not bracing for impact anymore. That season's over. So the vessel empties out, and you get to 0 point. And the more you empty out these things, the nervous system is allowed to reset. A lot of the work is done in the solar plexus region. You have a lot of nerve endings there, and we got a lot of hits in the solar plexus because it's anxiety, it's fear of the future. We're on a journey to destination unknown, kid. So that's why I have to tell you this right now. And what I'm about to speak, some people might not. The ones that get it will get it. I appreciate if you click the like button right now, because people need to hear this. It is embodiment, and it's energies and concepts in this now moment, and not exact things. Like some people can put a vision board. This is the exact person. This is the exact thing. We're very fluid right now. We're in the quantum. So if you go to embodiment, we are totally manifesting something new. Do not do the vision board. Do not do these things. Go on the inside, go to the embodiment, go to the specific frequencies. Maybe you need to take the vision board and shred it and throw it out right now. I know I'm going to be saying stuff, but that's how we get the authentic teachings. You have to get to the frequencies, because in our life, we have an idea in our head. This is the greatest thing. This is the greatest system. This is the greatest, whatever it might be, but you were lied to, and now it's running in the background. You got to get to 0 point. Did you watch my video on 0 point? Very powerful. I know this concept might be different. Some people get it, but what I'm here to do is teach the new era. We are in the new era. Throw the vision board out. Throw all the stuff, anything outside of you. And I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy to do this, but that's why we have to be light warriors. That's why we have to have power. That's why we have to have authority. I am the authority. Do you get it? That's how we have to be. If you allow these conditions, the energy is through the roof right now. And you actually feel this because you drop the baggages. So it's like you take the weighted vest off. You could do the pull-ups. Heck, you could do a muscle up. Someone wants to go up at bat. Some people watch baseball. You want to hit a home run. They put a donut around the bat. Extra weight. Boom. Takes it. And then you swing it super fast. Boom. There it goes. Home run. Super fast. That's why you were in the density. That's why you were carrying it. It was part of your training. It was you made it tough. God made it tough for us. God made it tough for us. It's our training. We had to go through it, but the season is over now. So whatever is happening in this convergence of energies, if you allow, remember, it's you. If we allow, the conditions are here. The door is open. The portal is open. This window is open. Will you choose to walk through? Will you choose to walk in your power? Will you choose to walk in your I am presence? Unapologetic. Now, in our lives, we love everyone, but this is called activational energy. Because in that chatter in the background, you might have had a lot of doubters, people that gaslit you. Anything that I'm saying you want to comment on, right? So you have to get real strong. You have to have the whole power of the universe right now. And you're unapologetic because you must give birth. You must do it. And it's only for a season. You have to go berserker barrage right now. Everyone all at once. Everyone's throwing up the Holy Spirit fire in the chat. This is where we must be. It's the whole power of the universe with respect, not walking on eggshells for a period of time. It's not going to be forever, because if you don't get to this, it's called activational energy in science. The priest and the scientist is the same. The teacher is here. And we are masters of the universe. Remember? We are masters of the universe. The world was a broadcast. It collapses now. The world was not real. It was not real. And that's why you had to go through these things. And sometimes, and Dr. Gabor calls it healthy anger, you got to get mad, bro. That's the alchemy. That's your spiritual immune system telling you there's something wrong in the world. There's something wrong that's going on in the background. The system, the operating system of the world, if anyone is resonating with this, you smash the like button. Smash it hard today. The operating system of the world is wrong. What's running in the background? It's literally backwards. We got to go forwards now. So when all these things, and I've been getting really deep into everything that has to deal with the subconscious. There's even a subconscious to the internet. There's a subconscious to the world, society, the collective of humanity. Chat's really resonating right now. This is where we are. This is a new era right now. This is a new era where we're unapologetic. This is a new era where we're rising in our power. And the reason why we're able to do this is actually an emptying out, a dropping, a losing. We're losing the self-concept that no longer fits. We're losing this. I get it. And you know, going through this, and you'll be surprised when it comes up. And I hope that people will comment at any time that you're getting this, and you're going to see something that it just comes up so clear from your past, and you could have been younger. and it comes up to the surface for it to be released. And please comment that, because there's so many people around the world that are going to be experiencing that right now, and you have no idea the magnitude of what that is, the magnitude of the invisible. This is so massive, you can't even see it, but you will feel it. It is the energy. It is the subconscious. It is the nervous system reset. And then, and only then, will you come into your power. Never turn back. Just keep going right now. Don't turn back. Don't do it. Don't do it. Okay? Don't do it. So powerful, and you feel lighter. You feel lighter. You know, sometimes in life we have to purge things, like physically purge things, and sometimes energetically purge things. Oh, you feel so light. And you were carrying in your field, in your body. There will be many people that will make their health and wellness their top priority moving forward. You will have respect for your body. It's the only reason why you're here. And there's a lot of backwardsness in certain spiritual teachings that are out there. How you doing? Nothing is with ego. Respect your body regardless of how it is. We're not all going to look the same, but what you need to do, I make it very simple for everyone. You need to be running like a well-oiled machine. You need to be clear. And that's why, you know, and this is always the case, you know, you will lose density, you lose cells die off, and you make new cells. A lot of these cells, you were carrying cellular trauma in the memory banks from years ago. And as I stated earlier, these things serve the purpose. But it's over, kid. It's over. And the fake reality is over. And a reality of true, authentic love begins. A reality where people can live in harmony, in peace. And you were feeling it. You can't, they're not, you could hide in your home. You could be away from everyone, and you will still feel this anxiety. Anyone that wants to comment on this, you were feeling it. We're in the collective frequency right now. And anything that's fake, anything that's not real, anything that's not is an illusion, anything that's not serving your everyday life turns to dust. To dust. And according to your perception, this will be the Holy Spirit fire, or some people might view it as the fire of hell. Which fire is it for you? It's always you. It's always you. And the more that we let go, all different types of people in this world, all different energies, there is only one you. There is only I am. It is your life. And we're all supposed to have a unique experience. We're not all supposed to be the same. We're supposed to bring unique energy, something beautiful to the world. And what I bring is total, and I don't have to be like anybody else. And I don't have to give a you know what. And at this moment right now, you got to be tough. You got to move forward. Anyone that wants to go try to stop you, you have to get strong right now. They have to get TF out of your way. All right? You understand that? You understand that? That's where you got to be. They got to get TF out of your way, kid. They have to. This is the birthing process. This is a collapse of a timeline, of a world. The world is fake. The world is fake. But what's inside, that's real. And I hope that people at this time will realize, because you have to realize it, and we'll be discussing that in the next few lessons coming coming up. Click subscribe if you're new. You change your life. You have to go to embodiment. Really focus on this, and don't go to the physical. That's why a lot of those vision boards, a lot of this stuff, you're trying to fit a square peg in a round hole or whatever it might be. You didn't see the bigger picture. So once you come out of it, once you have a higher vantage point, once you get to the embodiment, the I am presence, all these other things, they will follow that. And that's upon that moment, things start flowing instead of forcing. Flow versus force, very powerful to learn that. So as we will, and people will have different views on it, but we will watch the outer world collapse, the timeline collapse, quantum physics, observing, and then at a point, it collapses into a definite reality. We discussed this the other day. There's a lot out there that's hidden in the darkness, hidden from you on purpose, because we need observers. Observers observe. And, this is a point where it's not a massive physical thing, but it's so massive you can't see it because it is an internal shift. And the one word is the embodiment. Because that self-concept no longer fits. And now a new era has begun. And now we have all new ways of doing things. Bliss Ablaze, thank you so much for the super chat and for the vibes. I'm so grateful for that. Thank you so much. If you just stumbled in, please smash the like button. It puts vibes on this video. It sends it out. I'm grateful for all of you. And, a lot of what I do is diving into things that you say, you know what? Now I see the bigger picture, not the popular thing. And, that's why you will have to get to these places. You will have to let go. Because if we hold on too much to the past, you can never have a future. You will continuously loop. And we can't loop any longer. I know there's people that are tuned in. You say, I was looping. The same type of situations popped up in different people, or maybe I went to a different location or a different job, and it's the same. It's programmed. It's programmed. Resides in the subconscious. Can't loop anymore, right? And the more people, again, when you create it's called a constructive interference wave. It's powerful. Little gestures. Because you don't know, there might be one person out there who's counting on you, and because you listen carefully. It's nothing exact. Listen to the words. Because you lived in truth, you might have changed their life. Have the courage today. This is my quote for years. In a world full of fake, have the courage to be authentic. And so it is. If you find this message interesting and you would like to learn more about our reality in terms of energy, frequency, and vibration, why don't you click subscribe, give the video a like so it becomes visible to more people, and please share with one other person, because when we all share with one other person, we will rapidly grow the kingdom of heaven on earth. Heaven is not a place that you will float off to in the future if you were a good boy or a good girl. Heaven is something that we build. Builders build, kid. This is the power. This is the embodiment. We're rising in power and authority. We are the builders. Stop waiting. Stop waiting for someone else. We are the ones that we've been waiting for. And it's never going to be one person. It's going to be all of us together. Together, if we all move in one, in unity. And that's called the constructive interference wave. Because the reality that we're experiencing is a band of frequencies, not physical reality. So that's that constructive interference wave. The whole world collapses. I hope you learned something new from this message today. And check out some of the other videos on the channel page. Leave a comment down below. What have you realized that has left your subconscious? Things that are coming up to be let go. So important. It's not always about gaining. Sometimes we have to lose. Sometimes we have to let go, get light. You might literally be eating less food, getting lighter, and you're getting younger and stronger and faster and vibrant. Remember, the body is healing, so important. Extending the lifespan. Powerful times. Shifting from the old, entering the new. I love you all. I am the defender of our everyday lives. No matter what comes your way, light warriors, just keep going. I love you guys. Stay focused. You're rising in power, authority. Check out some of the videos. And you have to hold it. Hold the frequency. And embody it. And get rid of that vision board stuff. We have 0 point clean slate. 0 point clean slate. The kings and the queens are here. I love you guys. Bye for now.